Continuing on with our Zoo Design Studio tutorials, we're working our way through the toolbar, the point and click toolbar up above here. Today we're going to look at opening up some 3D geometry, so with both shells and holes. If I click on shell, it's going to ask first for a face. This is going to be the face that is removed in the shelling process. By hitting continue, I can define the thickness. So this is going to be my wall thickness as I generate that shell. If I hit submit, then we see we have those nice 1 millimeter thick walls. If I go back to our feature tree, we can always double click in here, change that thickness. Maybe I want to bump it down to 0.5. I could even make that a parameter. So it's something that's easily called out and I can modify as we go. So as an example, I've got this length that I've defined my box with. If I were to bump this down to maybe 3 millimeters, then we have quick control over my geometry. But going back to that original size, I'm actually going to remove my shell so that we can get into creating a hole. So I have that first box. I can hit hole. And as you can see here, we actually have a handful of inputs. If you're ever curious to understand more of those inputs, you can go to the Features tab within Zoo Design Studio, where it'll actually break down every feature. You have more information for each of the inputs, what it's looking for, so you can have full control over these operations, and in this case, how to generate a hole on my 3D geometry. So again, I'm going to define the face that I want to place that hole on. Hit continue. I'm going to cut it at 2.5 millimeters in X and Y, so it'll get to that center of the hole. We'll go with blind and maybe cut it down 4 millimeters. Diameter of the hole, I'll go with 3. Again, just going with a lot of these defaults. If you want more context as far as what these inputs mean, feel free to check out that features page online. And I'll go ahead, hit submit, and now we have a nice hole within my part here.